Hey everybody, pop art painter Jamie Roxx here. We've got years and years of classic podcasts, and we have those over on Patreon, and that's great. And if you sign up over there, I think it's the level 2 tier, you get and above, you get full access to all those classic podcasts. That's where you can find those. We started the show in 2013, and we did audio only until 2022, I believe. In addition, on Patreon, we add the current shows as well. But anybody can watch. Those aren't behind a paywall. Those are available on YouTube for free. You can watch those, and you got to listen to the YouTube ads. But other than that, yeah, they're out there. Now, over on Patreon, like I said, we have all the classic podcasts. And every so often, once every 6 months or something, I'll put one of those out during my morning blog, if we've had somebody on the show or whatnot, and it's relevant to a post, we'll put it out. But it takes a little time because the company I was with, or that was hosting the podcast through, they're no longer around, that it wasn't the greatest audio quality on them. I do my best to clean them up, but I like to clean them up and edit them and just make it a much tighter podcast. But rather than do that 1,000 times, which I need to do, but I just don't have the time to do it, I decided to put a couple of those up on YouTube, 2 a month. My idea was to put 20 a month. And my wife said, slow down there, cowboy. Why don't you do 2 a month? And that way you have time to paint and all the other stuff you do in addition to that. And so that's what we're doing. I'm giving this little intro just so you know why we're doing it. We're starting with 2 this week, and so this one, and there'll be an additional one. Yeah, it's a classic podcast. These were fun to do. It's what we call enhanced audio, and all that really means is it's a cleaned up audio version of this set over a cool background. You can watch there on YouTube. It's not boring to watch. Anyhow, thanks for your interest. Things sure have changed, I'll tell you that, from doing these. I used to do these on the phone. Held a phone into my face. It's crazy. Anyway, enjoy. Here it is. A classic podcast from back in the day.
Hannah Oli, Pop Rock Radio. Estás escuchando Jamie Roxx de Pop Rock Radio. Manténganse al tanto.
Hej, det här är Hits från Sverige och ni lyssnar till Pop Rock Radio med Jamie Roxx.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. This is the Pop Roxx Radio Talk Show. I'm your host, pop art painter Jamie Roxx, and this is the big show. You found it. I'm glad you did. I've had a great day today. It has just been, I don't want to jinx it or anything, but man, I've had a really good day. The heavens are secure. All the plates I'm juggling are all up in the air still, and things are looking good, baby, looking good. And it just carries over into our show tonight. We've got a fantastic guest. She is a pop singer-songwriter, performer, and she's got a new album coming out. I believe it's coming out, yes, it is coming out in a couple days, actually. And without further ado, she is just cool, turned up to 10. I am a huge fan of her music. And without further ado, I'd like to welcome Miss Brooke Daye. Brooke, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Brooke, you realize today's the October 28th. 2 days, girl, 2 days, and the big new album drops. You excited?
I know. I'm excited, but also I'm excited to get it over with because this has been like a long time in the making. So I feel like I'm just ready, just very ready.
Oh, I hear you, man. I hear you. Everybody, one of the great things that I like about the current age we find ourselves living in, and I'm not talking COVID or any of that, but yeah, that sucks, is streaming. Spotify and all the various streaming applications, because it allows, I'm not in the music business, but I have a lot of friends who are, but you can kind of see where they're going. You look at the stats and you're like, holy crow, these guys are blowing up. This is amazing. And as an artist, I would imagine when you look at like
millions of streams, like 8 million streams. As an artist, that's got to put a little spring in your step. That many people are digging what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah, it's nice to see the validation through numbers for sure and know that somebody out there is listening. And too, like when you have your own artist profile on Spotify, you can see where people are listening and like how many countries or what cities in the U.S. is it blowing up the most. And it's kind of cool to just realize that like your music has a bigger impact on people than you could have thought from like a home studio that you were making it initially.
Absolutely. It's phenomenal. And I want to tell, it was so funny. I have the funniest conversations with people when we're off mic sometimes. And me and you were talking off mic before the show, and it's so true. It was very funny. The name of the EP that's coming out, The Narcissist, in capital letters, ladies and gentlemen. So it's not just the narcissist with a capital N, it's the whole, he's that much of a narcissist, which is awesome. Let me ask you this. Now, we're going to play a couple tracks from the new EP, but I'm curious, and I would be a terrible interview if I didn't ask, has this particular narcissist, is it autobiographical? And if so, has this particular narcissist, is he aware of the project?
Oh, probably. And I'm sure he's thrilled about it because narcissists love anything that has to do with them, good or bad. But yeah, it is based on a true story, and it's about the first time I fell in love, which was not long ago. And
I gotcha.
and how of course that was the relationship that ended up being a complete disaster. So it's like
a learning one.
Yeah, as the track list goes, it kind of goes from bad to worse, then to like finding myself again outside of the relationship.
Now, there are guys, I'm sure, or I shouldn't just say guys, there are people at record companies and people with ponytails and suits and the whole bit that are going, this is fantastic because it's completely relatable. They're into that. Words like engagement. The engagement's going to be through the roof. Everybody can relate to this. And, actually, let me ask you this. Was this and I'm not trying to get too personal with you, and if I ever do, just say, Jamie, come on now. Was this your first big heartbreak? The big breakup?
Oh, 1,000%, yeah.
Oh, those are the worst.
Yeah, I fell in love 2 years ago for the first time, and I was 23 at the time. So, which is, I don't know, I think for a lot of people, that's considered old. You think of most people falling in love when they're like in high school or college or whatever. And I never entertained that stuff. And a couple years after moving out to LA to pursue music, I met this person, and it progressed very quickly, and I fell in love, and like it was beautiful to feel those like things at first, but obviously if things don't work out, it can hit you like a brick wall, and you just are completely disoriented. I felt like my whole life fell apart because of it at the time.
I'm sure it did. And I will tell you this, and this is not to diminish that or by any means. I'm an old man, Brooke. I'm an old man. But I do remember, this. And I'm not trying to compare anything. It seems in my experiences that, and I don't want to sound misogynistic or anything like that. I'm just saying in my personal experiences that women, there's just a heartbroken dude is just sad. And it's just, you're like looking, you're like, really? Oh my God. You got to turn this around, buddy. Women are dangerous, though. They make whole networks on cable TV about women that get done over wrong and run over people and stuff. No, but I will say this, as an old man, it gets better. It gets better. The first one is rough, though. Oh, the first time is rough. And I have friends that go through it. I had a friend of mine. I used to own a gallery in San Diego about 15 years ago. And I had a little gal that managed it. And she was great and just fantastic. And she went through her first one. And, I'm missing $600 out of my bank. I'm like, first off, you should never give anybody your bank card. And secondly, you've learned a $600 lesson. Be glad it wasn't a $700 lesson.
Oh, my God.
Keep that stuff to yourself. But you did the smart thing. You used this experience as rocket fuel. And I think that is a very good artistic lesson there. You used it to make this fantastic project and this great music.
I mean, I think
amazing.
I've done that for most pain in my life, though. I think whether it's from a relationship or just stuff that I'm dealing with internally, the way that I move through it is through writing. And I've always considered myself a writer first, and now that I have my own artist project, like, it's interesting to be able to convey my own therapy through that outlet and then let other people have the chance to maybe feel something from it too.
Absolutely. It reminds me, I read this biography about Adele, the English singer, and it was interesting. They were talking to some of her music school professors, teachers, and they said, well, was she always just Adele and just super fantastic? And they said she had the talent and everything, but as far as her writing went, no, she was terrible. She was horrible when she started out. And then we had the summer break, and she came back, and apparently it went through a heartbreak, and then her writing blossomed. But it needed that, which sucks, but there's silver lining. And I think something similar happened with you. So I don't know. Maybe your writing was fantastic before. I shouldn't say that. Not to imply that your writing's ever been bad. But I will say this.
I think we all get better, for sure.
Singles is phenomenal. You're doing real well. And you're young, too. So let me ask you this. Growing up, when you were a young lass, did you know that entertainment was what you needed to be doing? That, performing, you knew from an early age. This is it.
Yeah.
You're going to be doing.
I mean,
That's
it's
cool.
weird because I grew up in Florida, and there really was never much of a music industry. There was like Latin music down in Miami, but I'm like Syrian, so that's obviously not the move. And so at the time, like, there was more of a film industry in Florida, and so I was like, Mom, Dad, I want to be an actor, and they just were not supportive at all. They lied to me. They're like, no, you have to pay an agent in order to do anything, and we just don't have the money. Oh, they were so full of it, and they told me that because they wanted to protect me, but I wanted to do anything that was creative and that I could express myself, but I knew that music was what I wanted to do the most.
I got you. Now, I'm in Florida. I moved to Florida, South Florida. I live up from Miami a little bit, Miami, Fort Lauderdale area, here on the coast.
Yeah.
Whereabouts in Florida did you cut your teeth at? Where were you guys at?
We were like the closest to Tampa.
Okay, over on the Gulf side, that neck of the woods. Gotcha. Well, I grew up actually when I was a kid in Michigan, Metro Detroit. And everybody I knew, that was their dream. And that's what everybody did is they got to a certain point in life and they all moved to Florida, to the Gulf side over there. So it was
so wild.
Yeah, it was crazy. And when I moved here, it was funny because I'm in the art business, so I have to be down here in the hustle bustle a little bit. But I'm far away from the city enough that I don't have to deal with it all the time. But Florida's a weird place, man. It's a trip. I never planned on coming here. Yet here I am. I like the West Coast, though. I think it's smart. Let me ask, did you go from Florida to L.A., or did you go other stops in between?
No,
really?
I've only ever lived in Florida and California, and that's it.
Nice. I'm telling you, California's hard to beat. And especially if you're in the creative world, in entertainment. That's where it's at, man. I know people are like, you can be anywhere on the planet, and you can be, but it sure is nice being there in the thick of it.
It's easier to get where you need to go if you're here.
Absolutely. And that's part of it. Now, are your folks and family still back here in Florida?
Yeah, they are.
No? I gotcha.
It's crazy.
Gotcha. She's like, yep, got to do that Thanksgiving, Christmas. Oh, man.
Yeah, those back and forth trips are going to eat me alive. But it's sad. I miss my family. I feel like I'm always homesick. Not for Florida, but for my family. So, yeah, it's difficult.
The greatest thing, especially being Syrian, I would imagine. I imagine your hair looks fantastic now out there in the West Coast. No humidity.
Oh, my God, yes.
Yeah, it is nice. Yeah, the humidity kills you, man. I'm telling you. And now, folks, a couple quick messages from some of our show sponsors. Stay tuned. We'll be back with the rest of the interview after these quick messages.
This is a message from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Older adults and people of any age who have serious underlying medical conditions are at higher risk for severe illness from COVID-19. If you are at higher risk, you should stay home as much as possible and avoid close contact with people who are sick to protect yourself. Call your doctor if you have concerns about COVID-19 and your medical condition, or if you get sick. For more information, visit cdc.gov.
Metal Babe Mayhem is super excited about their newest venture with MBM Music LLC. With MBM Music, we'll provide artists with a full-service platform to be seen and heard by assisting with necessary products, services, and fashion, all in an effort to increase exposure, fan base, and income. For more information, visit us at mbmmusicllc.com. That's mbmmusicllc.com. You create, we promote, plug into the network.
Glittering amethyst, energizing citrine, colorful fluorite, the other side of the sun, Earth's treasures brought to light. Since 1999, we have offered a unique collection of hand-selected minerals and gems for every budget, for novices, collectors, and healers. Visit www.tosots.com to view our wide selection of offerings and use coupon code ROXX, that's ROXX, for 10% off your first order. Remember, TOSOTS.com, Earth's treasures brought to light.
Support for this podcast comes from the University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center, ranked one of the top cancer centers in the nation for the last 27 years. The doctors at MD Anderson treat more rare cancers in a single day than many physicians see in a lifetime, and treatment plans are tailored to an individual patient's needs, allowing more comprehensive and thorough care. To become a patient, please visit makingcancerhistory.com.
Hi folks, Jamie Roxx here. Hey, if you're a big fan of cool historical books like me, then you're going to want to check out our newest show sponsor, Michelle Albion. Fantastic author. She's got some really interesting, cool books out that you're going to want to check out. I'm a big fan of all of these. The Florida Life of Thomas Edison, the Quotable Edison, Quotable Henry Ford, Quotable Eleanor Roosevelt, and of course the Quotable Amelia Earhart. Michelle's just very keen and very cool, and these are just very cool books. So check out her website. There's links to where you can pick these up on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, all over the place. MichelleAlbion.com. 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 Very cool stuff. Check it out, folks.
That's cool. Yeah. So you got out to LA and you started working on this project. And how long have you been out there on the West Coast? A couple years?
Almost 5 years. Like next January, or this upcoming January, it'll be 5 years. Yeah.
Nice. There you go. It's going right along schedule and very cool. Now, your new EP, The Narcissist, which we've been talking about, drops October 30th. That's this Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Was this a long project? You had mentioned it kind of was long, but from concept to where you are now, was it, or did it go pretty smoothly and pretty quickly?
I think, the curation of the songs was very quick. Getting everything to release date has been very slow. I think I started writing songs about this person, like the moment things were really like turning south in the relationship. And then broke up.
You're writing songs while you're still together. Ooh.
Yeah, that's how I cope. I know.
What? He talked his way back? Yeah. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I'm teasing you, Brock. I'm teasing you.
We broke up twice, technically. So, after the first time we broke up was when I started writing songs for the project. And then we got back together for,
was done.
A hot minute, still writing songs, broke up again. And I, completed the songs by, about a year ago. And then at that point, it was just getting the photo shoots together, getting everyone to sign off on stuff, getting the publishers to agree on stuff, distributors. I filmed a music video for one of the songs that's coming out on this project and trying to get that done. And that kind of stuff just takes much longer. But the songs were there because I wrote them in less than an hour. I was in such a mood. I just let it flow through me. at the time,
I
and
gotcha.
it just
I
felt
gotcha.
effortless. But, yeah.
Whew, baby, I can only the feel I've got, like I've been playing, I think it's a lyric video or it's just an official audio or something that I've been playing this week leading up to the show daily, where it's like out of a window airplane, like an airplane window.
Oh,
it's such a great song. And when I hear that and you listen to the lyrics and stuff, I'm like, yep, her leg is crossed and it is shaking a lot. Up and down. I'm like, oh, not good. No,
yeah.
and I make light, but it's the cool thing is you have these relatable tracks, and there's so many people that go through what you went through, and it's going to be cool because just the knowledge that somebody else is going and has made it through. That's
True.
pretty awesome. You're going to help some people, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. It's sad that anyone ever has to go through it. That track in particular is talking about betrayal and,
Absolutely.
infidelity. And it's just like no one should ever have to go through that. But it's nice if someone hears that and they think, like, dang, like she was able to come up with something, like, cool and get her power back through making this song. And, like, I can get my power back, too. That's what I want.
Absolutely. And she didn't have to go to jail to do it, so that's a good thing. It all worked out.
Yeah, thankfully I don't have a violent bone in my body, so, we're in the clear. You don't have to look for a mugshot of me anytime soon. But,
exactly.
yeah, I mean.
One thing to think it, another thing to do it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, too, and I'll say this, as a former, I hate the term player, but I always wasn't the nicest cat on the block when I was younger. I will put it that way. You think you're all Mr. Cool and all this and that, and you're doing all this stuff, and then it happens to you. You meet somebody that does it to you, and it's, just be nice to people. Be glad you're with somebody, ladies and gentlemen. Don't do anybody wrong. Don't do anybody how you wouldn't want to be happen to you.
Yeah, if you're unhappy, just leave.
Exactly.
Oh.
It just saves a lot of time. Life's too short otherwise.
Yeah.
And believe me, guys, the reality is nobody's going to throw tomatoes at Brooke for laying out your shed. They'll throw tomatoes at you, absolutely. But that's just the way the world works. Oh, man. So, yeah, this is cool. Now, let me ask you this, because these both sound, now, we hear the finished product. And when I listen to these tracks, I'm like, man, these are phenomenal. Did you, and I was looking through my show notes when I was listening to these, and I'm like, there isn't mention of it, like any big studios that you worked at, or even producers attached to this, at least in the notes I got in the EP kit that I got, or the electronic press kit, as they call it.
Yeah.
But it sounds phenomenal. It sounds great. Did you use home studio to drop these tracks, or were you
Every single song was done in a home studio with a good buddies of mine. Yeah, I used the same handful of people for pretty much the whole EP. And, like, all the credits and stuff are listed on Spotify, and I'm sure on interviews and stuff they're mentioned here and there. But for Daily, that song was written with two of my best friends, Joe Pepe and Annie Dingwall, and Joe also did the track for it. And also my buddy Zach Burke was on it, too. So it was really cool to do that with them, and we've all been close for a really long time. So it was great to come in and cry in the session, and they're like, okay, let's make something out of it.
The cool thing about that, and again, I'm not an expert, I'm not in the music business, I hang out with a lot of people who are, and I've seen it happen so many times, and I'm not saying that everybody shouldn't work in the classic studio scenario with the producer, but I've seen a lot of producers come in and say, yeah, I think we want to go in this direction, and they absolutely make the album that they want to make. And sometimes that's not a good thing. Sometimes compromise isn't the best. I've always been a big fan of an artist having their vision, his or her vision, and then doing it. Because usually they've got a pretty good beat on things. And I think you do. So it sounds amazing.
You.
It sounds amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely direct the show, but also I pick the collaborators that know my vision and sound and can help enhance it. So it's really like
That's
both of
the
us
way to
are
do it.
working together, but there's never anything in there that I feel like I'm compromising.
It's fantastic. It's great. And speaking of the electronic press kit, man, I was looking, and those who are listening, on our show page, we have a flash player that has the pictures, Brooke's official press photos for this project. How cool are these? I love the whole thing with all the mirrors that are like the blacked out frames, and then you're looking. That's just a cool concept, man.
Yeah.
Did you come up with this, or did you have somebody that came up with it?
No, that's all me. But like, I also brought in like one of my really good buddies, Abel Rodriguez, to help me with that shoot and help make my vision a reality. But I wanted the mirrors because if the album's called The Narcissist, if you look at Greek mythology, Narcissus died from staring at his own reflection. And so it's, oh man, you could do mirrors. And then also I released an EP trailer where it's like breaking the mirror. And if you break the mirror, then you break the cycle of like the narcissism. And for me, like I metaphorically broke that mirror when I said, okay, I'm done being in a relationship with someone who will only ever love themselves. And I left.
Smart lady.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. I love it. You know, I'm a painter by trade. I paint pictures of people and things, and that's what I do for a living. And so I'm a visual guy. I like, I'm looking at composition and all this kind of technical, artsy mumbo jumbo type stuff. But these are fantastic. Abel and you really knocked out of the park on these photos. These are just super. Everything from your wardrobe choices in them, just to everything's set up. Very artistic statement there.
Thank you.
Artistic statement.
It was so fun.
Yeah, very cool. So you said you did a video. Can you tell us which track the video is going to be for?
Yes, it's for one that's not out yet technically, but it's for the song called Everything and Nothing. I did a full-on music video for that.
Nice.
And yeah, I'm really excited because it represents the polarity of the before and after a relationship, and like how you can feel like you're like that person's your everything, and you just feel so wrapped up in love, and then when the relationship's over, you feel like completely wiped out, that there's nothing left of you. Or if you shared like a house together, the apartment's cleared out.
Oh yeah.
Like it can be on every different kind of level. So I'm excited for people to see where my head's been or was. I'm actually in a really good place in my life right now, thank God. But yeah.
Well, and that's a good thing, is you made it, you became stronger, and you just wiser. That's the big thing. Wisdom. You can't buy wisdom, man. You can buy it, but it's very expensive. And but you're right, man. You are right. And now, folks, a couple quick messages from some of our show sponsors. Stay tuned. We'll be back with the rest of the interview after these quick messages.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Aloha. If you have stress in your life or even anxiety and panic, I want to invite you to the Anxiety Coaches Podcast for a way out. The Anxiety Coaches Podcast is a relaxing and inspiring show bringing you lifestyle changes to calm your nervous system and help you heal anxiety, panic, and PTSD for life. We bring you 2 episodes every week. There's no need to walk this path alone. Join us for a relaxing, informative, and inspiring time and start your journey out of anxiety panic. That's anxietycoachespodcast.com. Aloha.
Hey there, my name is Paige Beatty, and I am the founder of Hats On and Hats Off, which are 2 separate companies but aligned by the same philosophy of raising cancer awareness and forming smiles. Hats On is a for-profit corporation that sells cancer-specific hats to be proudly worn by you in hopes of raising awareness. A percentage of the proceeds will be donated to Hats Off, which is a nonprofit corporation raising money to buy wigs for cancer patients who can't afford them. That's where we're forming Smiles. I believe cancer has touched almost everyone's lives in one way or another. A friend, a family member, a friend of a friend. So please visit our website, www.hatsonhatsoff.com, to learn how you can help raise awareness and form Smiles.
Roxx Gear, the online webshop of high-end luxury merchandise and products, all featuring original pop art paintings from La Jolla to Miami to London. www.merch.jamierocks.uk.
I'm telling you, it is me and my wife. It's funny, we have been together, like we're one of those weird couples who've been together a long time, then we finally got married. We were together like, 7-8 years, and then we got married. But we had bought a house beforehand and stuff, so we kind of did it backwards. But you're absolutely right. And we don't really fuss and fight too much. Every so often, we'll get annoyed with each other. I'm sure I annoy her more than she does me. But when you have communal property and stuff, I don't care about the house. I can always get more stuff. We were fussing one time, and she just kind of looked at my dog. And I was like, she didn't say anything, but I knew, if this doesn't work out, I'm going to lose my dog. I got to get it together here. So I was like, I'm sorry. Let's make up. You can't put the dog in the middle there. No. But yeah, no, it's, in all seriousness, it does stink, these things. But man, it is so cool that not only have you used this experience to make such great art and to really be there for other people. I think that's just really cool. Really cool. And it's really good tracks. Let's play one. We got two we're going to play tonight, Brooke.
Okay.
And folks, before we play these, I should say this. Let me just say this first. On our show pages, we've got links to all of Brooke's social media, which is very easy to find. It's Facebook and Twitter. You just go to the Brooke Daye, all one word, BROOKEDAYE. So not only is there an E on Brooke, there's one on Daye. So you go to the Brooke Daye on Instagram, or I'm sorry, Facebook, Twitter. Instagram, it's just Brooke Daye. Yeah. And on Spotify, just put in Brooke Daye in the search, and man, it pops right up. It's right there, baby. It's right there. So we've got Selfish and Daily to play tonight. What should we hit people with first, do you think?
Let's do Daily. That was the first song I put out.
Cool. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. This is Daily, and this is Brooke Daye.
Yeah, I see her on the daily, hanging with her friends, nothing too intense, and you talk about her lately, on your phone again, when we're arguing, making up excuses so you push me away, you're making space for her to stay, gave my love cause I thought you would never replace me, with a cheap mistake, you wanted it for life, but you wanted it daily. You've been dancing with her, got me dancing around, baby. Maybe you're with her, cause it's something new. But maybe she'll be gone when that wears off too. That you wanted me for life, but you wanted her daily. But you wanted me lately. But you're wanting her daily. Yeah, you're wanting her daily. Yeah, I see you with her daily. Trying to pretend that I'm over it. And I'm seeing how you're changing. Guess your biggest lie was when you said you tried. Making up excuses so you push me away. You're making space for her to stay. Gave my love cause I thought you would never replace me, with a cheap mistake. You wanted it for life, but you wanted it daily. You've been dancing with her, got me dancing around, baby. Maybe you're with her, cause it's something new. But maybe she'll be gone when that wears off too. That you wanted me for life, but you wanted her daily. Thought you wanted me lately, but you're wanting her daily. Yeah, you're wanting her daily. excuses, so you push me away. Gave my love cause I thought you would never replace me with a cheap mistake. Thought you wanted it for life, but you wanted it daily. You've been dancing with her, got me dancing around babies. Maybe you're with her cause it's something new, but maybe she'll be gone when that wears off too. Thought you wanted me for life, but you wanted it daily, daily. Thought you wanted me daily, but you're wanting her daily. Yeah, you're wanting her daily, daily.
Fantastic track. I like that track a lot, Brooke. It's great. We talked a little bit earlier about how we hear the finished track. I don't know, I've never written music, so I don't know, but with my paintings, some people see the end result and they're like, oh, nothing was going on last night, he just knocked that out. Very rarely is that true. Usually they fight me and I want to throw the canvas in the street. We hear the finished track of Daily there, and it's, oh man, that's fantastic. That is just, did that one come easy or did it fight a little bit?
I felt like that one came pretty easy. We wrote it in a pretty short amount of time. My buddy Joe had put together the track really quickly. I felt like honestly that one was really quick. We wrote it back in July of last year. And
oh wow.
I was and it was I had the final product like quickly and had it mixed and mastered and whatever, but the song was like done in a day. There wasn't any revisions or like rewriting or anything like that. And then in October I did the photos to promote for it, and then I released it in January this year. And it was done. But that was, I think, one of the easier processes.
I gotcha. Now, when you are doing a track like Daily, do you have your lyrics first and then come up with such a cool beat and the backing music, I should say? Or does it vary for tracks? Each track's different. I gotcha.
It varies, but I walked in that day, though. I walked in that day with the concept of Daily.
Oh.
So... And then we were able to curate the rest of the lyric and melody around that concept.
Nice.
But, yeah, sometimes it really is different with every session I walk into. And there was one song that I wrote about my breakup situation on the EP called Harder that I didn't think I was going to ever use for myself, and that was written back in May of last year. And we were pitching it around to other artists. And nobody wanted to cut it at the time, and I thought, well, you know what, it's a sign, and so I decided I was gonna release it. So, yeah.
I have a couple friends that do that are just songwriters. That's what they do for a living. Both of these, there's a man and a woman I know of, and they're not like a songwriting duo. They both just happen to do this for a living, but they're in the country genre, and they've been doing it for years, and they look pretty nice doing that. You got a pretty big pool and pretty big houses doing that, and real nice cars. So there is, it's interesting because a lot of people getting into music, they want to go kind of like the route you're going, where I'm going to be on doing this and performing this, and making videos and all this kind of stuff, which is cool. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But there are different aspects of music business that I hope people look into if you're a musician looking to get into this business. What do you think is one of the hardest things breaking into the business has been that surprised you, maybe?
I think it's just like initially getting people to want to work with you, because I came out here and I really didn't know anybody, and I felt like I moved out here and was just winging it and signing up for these random like song expos or events, and then just handing out like business cards or like USBs to people, being like, here's my stuff, let's work together. And everyone's, who the hell is this? And then just saying yes to like literally everything, even things I should not have said yes to. But it was just like you had to get your foot in the door. And meeting
Absolutely.
like those people would lead to meeting whomever, X, Y, Z. And because I did that, I got my deal like 10 months after moving out here, my publishing deal, to be a writer, to write for other people. So I feel like that may be like the more risky method of just like throwing yourself to the wolves, but it worked.
Yeah, absolutely. And the big thing that she's saying here, for those listening, and we get a lot of people that they want to be doing what you're doing, Brooke. That's the big dream.
Oh, God.
And yeah, it's true, though. You're doing it. But what she's saying, and I don't want this lesson to go, I don't want them to miss this very important lesson, is she worked. She worked, and I'm sure she worked every day at this, and lived, slept, dreamt, all of it was this amazing focus. And that goes to anybody I have met in really in any type of business that has built themselves into success. You got to work.
Yeah.
You got to work.
Yeah.
I think there's this weird mythology. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think that it's crazy because I think people see like these talent shows on the TV, but I'm just going to go on The Voice, and there we go. And when everything's going to be, I'm going to buy an infinity pool and live in Malibu. Good luck with that. I hope that happens. I haven't met people that has. Everybody I know works continuously.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking
Those
working
shows
8
are
hours
not
a day. I'm talking working 17. Yeah, absolutely. But you're doing it.
Yeah, you
You're
just have
doing
to
it.
reach out to people, so then at some point they'll reach back out to you. That's the thing. You have to be the pursuer, like in the beginning, and then when you've built up like a nice career for yourself, then people can pursue you. But you have to you can't expect anyone to just come to you and be like, oh, we think you're a star. You have to do all the work and establish yourself already.
Let me put it this way. Everybody that's ever called me said, oh, you're that guy. Then it's followed by, can you do this for free? That wasn't the plan at all. Nobody says that now. But no, when you're starting, yeah, I hear you. It's just part of it. Now, the next track we're going to play is Selfish. So, gee, I'm wondering, Brooke, what's this track about? With someone being selfish?
Power back. It's not getting your power back. I think it's like stopping, just like I learned to stop sacrificing myself. When I would always be like, oh, I'm compromising. I was sacrificing. There was never any compromise. And just learning how to take back my power and realize what my boundaries are and just have some respect for myself. So if this makes me selfish, then so be it. Like,
I love it.
Getting it back.
What a great lesson to learn. Well, here it is, everybody. Check this out. This is Brooke Daye. This is Selfish.
Every time you touch me, I keep on pretending that I feel something. Guess I should have known that when I keep it hidden, we can never win. Swear that I'll be honest, but I'm never honest when you call my name. I'm afraid to love you if I have to tell you that it's not the same. I don't wanna please you cause I only hurt myself. I don't wanna need you cause I know it never helps. I deserve to be selfish. I deserve to be first. Saying shit cause I mean it. Saying nothing is worse. And I'd rather be difficult than telling you how it's my fault. I deserve to be selfish. I deserve to be first. Yeah, I deserve to be selfish. Every time I see you, I just wanna leave you. That means I'm free. Free to be alone where no one really knows me, where I can just breathe. Done with all the hiding, done with all the lying, making me insane. Know that I should let go, even if that means though you're not gonna stay. I don't wanna please you cause I only hurt myself. I don't wanna need you cause I know it never helps. I deserve to be selfish. I deserve to be first. Saying shit cause I mean it. Saying nothing is first. And I'd rather be difficult than telling yeah. I don't wanna please you, 'cause I only hurt myself. I don't wanna need you, 'cause I know it never helps. I deserve to be selfish. I deserve to be first. Saying shit 'cause I mean it. Saying nothing is first. And I'd rather be difficult than telling you how it's my fault. I deserve to be selfish. I deserve to be first. Yeah, I deserve to be selfish. I deserve to be. I deserve to be selfish. I deserve to be. Yeah, I deserve to be selfish.
There it is, folks. That was Selfish by Brooke Daye. I like that track a lot, Brooke. Another great track. Another great track. They just keep coming. Yeah.
More
and
coming.
More on. That's right. 2 days. That's phenomenal. It's going to be a good Halloween weekend for you, Brooke. I predict it.
It's my favorite holiday.
Now, I know we're in the midst of COVID and everything. Do you think you're going to get trick-or-treaters? Or do you think everybody's going to stay home this year?
I live in a very much adult-only apartment complex, so I don't think I'm going to have any trick-or-treaters per se. I think everyone's going to try and hit up the local restaurants that serve a lot of alcohol in costumes and do weird social distancing, things like that. It's going to be really weird.
Now, here's the question. Are you going this year as a rock star, or what is the official Brooke Daye costume going to be?
I don't know. I don't have any plans to do anything with anyone because everyone doesn't want to throw a party. I mean, I bought a costume for this year. It's like a cute witch costume, but I think only my dog is going to judge me in that outfit this year.
I gotcha. I'm telling you, my birthday was like a week ago, and it was the big 50 birthday. I don't even know how that happened.
Happy birthday.
I never thought I'd get, thank you. But I never thought I'd get past 30, honestly. I'm really surprised. But last year, starting before all this stuff happened, my wife was like, we have to, every Halloween, we usually throw a big giant party. Like every year, that's our holiday. And we're both artists, so, it's all these weirdo people and stuff. But anyway, for your 50th, we were going to throw a big Rocky Horror themed. I was going to dress up like Eddie, and she was going to dress up like Frank, and it was going to be great. But then COVID happened, so it was like, we went to a resort hotel for a couple of days. That was our big thing. So it sucks. I'm right there with you, Brooke. No.
Dang. Yeah.
What can you do? Yeah, no. Well, just keep the witch costume in the closet. You never know. Next year
Maybe next year it'll be different.
That's right. I'm hoping. I'm praying. Man, I tell you, I'm like, my wolfing around days are long behind me, but I really am jonesing to go to a club and stuff. I guess just because I haven't been able to, because it's not been an option. That's why I want to do it.
Yeah.
But
I feel that.
Instead, I'm going to stay home this weekend and listen to The Narcissist, which drops. You can hear it, folks, on however you can pick it up, however you buy your digital music, starting Friday, whether it be Spotify or Google Play, whatever. And you can pick up The Narcissist by Brooke Daye. That's what I'm going to do.
Yay!
And yeah, of course. And we got to mention again, on our show page, we have all of Brooke's social media listed, from Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that. So just click on those links and share it. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in an algorithm world, and it's very important. Like I said before, those guys with ponytails and suit jackets and jeans will tell you engagement. It's all about engagement, baby. So if you dig somebody, you dig a musician or a band or an indie movie or something, you can share their social media pages. It helps tremendously. Add them to your Spotify playlist. It's very important. I just added Brooke on ours, the official Pop Rocks Radio playlist. So there you go. Be like us.
You have a
Add
good
her
point.
on there.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, Brooke, I know I've kept you a lot longer than I was supposed to, but I have to ask real quick before we wrap things up. Are the gears turning? I know you're promoting The Narcissist right now, and that's the main focus. But are the gears turning for the next project?
Oh, definitely. I've already started writing for it, and we'll see. Stay tuned.
Fantastic. Very cool. Brooke, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be on the show. I really appreciate it. You class to join up around here. It's just been...
I've had so much fun.
You come, welcome back anytime. And I can't wait to hear the rest of the album, and or the EP, I should say, and hear more. So keep doing what you're doing because you're real good at it. That's what you're supposed to be doing, girl. Seriously. Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Just speak the truth. It's easier that way. That's how I feel about it. And you're such a great talent. Folks, that's going to wrap things up for us tonight. I will say this. I know everybody's, oh, God, here he goes. I'm not trying to get on a soapbox or anything, but seriously, we live in a weird time right now. If you're going out to the grocery store or wherever, just be nice to people. Nobody wants, especially the people working with these places, they don't need a bunch of grief or anything. So don't be a creep. Be nice and wash your hands, wear your mask so we can get through this, so we can get this behind us and have something to talk about when we're really old. Cool. Everybody, we will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a fantastic show. We've got the cast and crew, a really cool kind of mind-bending thriller movie called The Expulsion, and we'll be talking to them tomorrow afternoon. Various people from that film, the director and some of the actors and the producer, I believe. Very cool. We'll see you then. And go add Brooke Daye, BrookeDaye, on her Instagram. It's very cool, and a lot of cool pictures over there. Brooke, thanks again.
Of course. Thank you.
This has been pop art painter Jamie Roxx's Pop Roxx Radio Talk Show. It has been executive produced by Jamie Roxx, recorded at his studio in Deerfield Beach in South Florida. All rights reserved by Pop Roxx Limited.
Hannah Oli, Pop Roxx Radio. Estás escuchando Jamie Roxx de Pop Roxx Radio. Manténganse al tanto.
Hej, det här är Hicks från Sverige och ni lyssnar till Pop Roxx Radio med Jamie Roxx.